Good evening everybody and welcome back. This will be going on Christmas Day, so I will say good morning, Merry Christmas everybody. Hope Santa's got everything that you wanted, and welcome back to another episode. We are back at Friars Point. The sea is absolutely slamming through. Big winds, supposedly drizzling to rain at some point as well. It's only light at the minute, but we're going to give it a go. Tonight we will be targeting greys predominantly, blondes, chance of small eyes, there's always a chance of spotted grey, but we are going to put out some smaller scratching rigs as well to try and pick up some whiting, and get them out possibly as live baits or fresh baits. Weapons of choice tonight: Fathom casting specials, pair, and the good old trusty Zeltron X GT14s. My 435 GTs with Mr. Smith on at the minute, just adding a little finishing touches. He didn't have the finishing touches the other day when he did build them for me, but now we have, so hopefully I'll have those back tomorrow. This is my first chance again out, my first day off. Well, I was in work today, so I'm going to give it a couple of hours. Sean's going to come and meet me shortly, and with a bit of luck I might even get into a spur or a cod. Please, Santa. Right, I'll bring it back. We'll show you a couple of the baiting up that we got tonight. So, as I said earlier, we are back and we're on Friars Point in the smelly hole, as people call it, poolie, to get out of the wind and give us a bit more shelter of any drizzle. Grip leads, small pulleys tonight just because it's choppy out there. We had about 4 foot pulleys. Selection of bait: we have bluey, sand eel and squid. As said previously, we're hoping to get some whiting, but at the same time we are going to target some blondes, hopefully a nice small eyed. That'd top the year off for me, that would. See, we're in Smelly Hole. It's not so smelly, you can tell the weather's been rough. Obviously not a lot of people have been fishing it. Don't really follow any catch reports either, just get out when I can, just check the tide, check the winds, and if it's good for a certain mark to get me out of the winds, then that's where I end up. So first bait, not going to mess about tonight with small baits or anything. Double sand eel, I like to have mine on the side. I know I'm probably telling you, most of you, how to suck eggs, but I get a little bind on first, just put it out the way. Sean is bringing a bigger selection of bait. I think he's bringing some pilchards, anchovies. I think he's bringing a kitchen sink with him as well, from what he said on the phone. So what I'm going to do is take the head out, keep the head for later. Take the cartilage out the back, cut straight up the middle, keep all the guts and everything intact. Lay that down, keep the heads exposed there, don't put elastic on those because we will cut it. So what I do then, tails, heads. Use a nice little compact bait. We've got teamers, 4.0 teamer, and we got a 4.0 octopus. It's not branded, it's just from an AliExpress special. So I'll leave a big tag in as well. I've shown that before. It's a good trick to keep your baits up on the hook, stop the hook sliding. So I like to get some elastic that way. It seems to bite in and hold the bait. So once we go over the knot a few times, drop that tag down so it's out of the way, tie the tag end in, panel hook. I like to just go around once, maybe twice sometimes, in the opposite way to where the other hook is, so the line all sits nice and compact and neat. And then I go over my finger so it's going inside the gape there, and it pins the bait to this shank there, which is another way of stopping the hook sliding. There's one nice little bait. See, I'm not in a rush to cast out yet. There's plenty of water in front, but it's just a fairly big swell coming through around the point. So there's one bait out the way. Same setup on another rig. It's roughly about 4 foot pulley, 100 pound Rovex, because you have always got that chance of big eels this time of year if you catch a small whiting. Always got that chance of a big cod or a bass, and the last thing you want to do is get it chafed on the rocks where they just have one last dive and cut you off. So that tag end's a little bit too big, so you just chop him down a little bit. And for this bait, we will grab a bluey. Nice selection of bait from Keen's Tackle and Guns up in Aberkenfig. Fair play to Jeff, he's always got his freezers full up there. If there's anything you want as well, just give them a ring just to make sure they got it. They stock some top quality riot baits. So what I'm going to do, just start through the eyes, and I tail it, but we get 2 baits out of this. Or what I normally do is I'll go a little bit further up to use this bit with a bit of squid, and later on I will fillet these little bits and put that into another bait, such as a sand eel squid bait. Put a little fillet of bluey in with it as well, just to spice it up a little bit. So same again, the hooks are not in it yet, but I just like to go down just to get a neat little bind in, just to hold everything together. And then we get our another 4.0 teamer again, in through the bait, into the squid, down to the bottom. Go around it these a few times. Like I said earlier, go around the shank that time. It seems to hold the bait in well for me. Back down over the knot a few times. My little tag end, go down to keep him out of the way, all the way to the head. One little loop over, pin that through the gills. This is a nice tough bit of the bait for it to sit in. Same again, over my finger, just to pin the head to the shank of the octopus hook. Back down. Like to finish off with a half hitch, which is over your finger to cause a loop, and through the loop and pull tight. Normally 2 of those is plenty. Pull, and there's my bait, nice and compact. That's pretty small compared to what I normally use, but you don't need massive baits. I like to use big baits just to get a good scent out in the water, and it has been productive for me this year. But baits like that, or a single sand eel on its own, are more than enough. If the fish are out there, they soon hone in on the bait and they'll get themselves on it in no time. So, as I say, just waiting for Sean. I more than likely won't cast out yet until he comes. Just gonna get myself settled down, get the rigs ready, rods on the stand ready, etc. Just so I know we're all ready, just in case it does have a little burst of rain. We just got everything to hand then. So, fingers crossed, we pull a few fish out tonight. There's no reason why we can't. There's a small tide for where we are, which is not overly favourable. I'd rather be out on the front end. But yeah, as I said previously, hope you're all having a nice Christmas. And if you haven't already liked, subscribed to the channel, it all means a lot to me. It will help progress for the new year. Got big plans for the new year. Lots of different things that I'm looking to purchase to make the videos a lot better. Give that extra quality for the viewing. So, let's get into some fish. So, we're not really going to be able to wind the cast up where we are now. It's not really going to be needed. The wind is screaming straight over the back of us, over the top of our shoulders, so it's just a case of hitting a lead up and letting it do the rest itself. Could get up on the top bank and wind one up, but it is absolutely blowing a gale up there. So just a simple overhead cast. Not going to go into numbers, but it's going to be out there and we're in with a chance of a fish. So, just going to fish with one rod while we're waiting for Sean to turn up. Just to play it safe more than anything. Got to put two out there. The swells are absolutely slamming around the point. There's no point just risking a rogue wave coming through as I go down to try and land a fish if I do get one before Sean comes. But we're in the water. We've got a sand eel and squid bait out. So I'm just going to bait another spare rig up. We've got the bluey and squid bait there. The next bait will be double sand eel. A little fillet the bluey, the back end that I showed you, with a bit of squid. So fingers crossed, we'll bring you back when we're into some fish. Show them with the first fish. Perfect bait that is. It's going to be going back out. So thinking of getting a live bait rig out now as well. These little ones are about, it's going to be something big chasing them, so let's get him on. Just coming up to high water now. Show them with the first fish, or first decent fish I should say. 8.12 small height. Cracking fish, guys, mate.
Cheers.
We'll get a picture now when we get him back. So that's it tonight. Losing a lot of water now. And the wind's picking up, it's starting to rain. White in for Sean. And fair play to him, he had a nice small height, 8 pound 12 ounces. So that's it. That's it for another session, that's it for this year, no doubt. Just gonna make a move, we're all packed up. All nice and clean for a change. It's normally absolutely stinking here, so we have had to clean up. So thanks again, have a good Christmas, see you in the new year.